Hi everyone, welcome to our reading for Aries, December 2019. This is for Aries Sun, Moon, or Rising. You may have planets in the sign of Aries. You may be in love with an Aries, or you were intuitively guided to the channel. You may not even be an Aries. Welcome everyone. Thank you for listening to your intuition. Thank you for joining me for another reading. I truly appreciate it. And I will give it my all. We'll try to get you some clarity, some peace of mind, and hope. Whatever it is you need, I hope you find it here. This is an intuitive read, so we will be using the meaning of the cards, so to speak, but it's going to be more intuitively guided, okay? So sometimes we go with the meaning, sometimes we don't. Just follow with me. All right, my love, so we're going to go ahead and shuffle the cards. I'm going to do what I did for November. I'm going to use the major arcanas again. Excuse me. And to get a baseline of what's going on. And then we'll probably bring two more decks in. Okay? So while I prepare the cards, just go ahead and calm your mind. Do some deep breathing. And then feel free to invite your guides in. I always invite your guides in ahead of time, but go ahead and invite them in yourself. And ask for signs of confirmation. I say that because I know that you will get them. And let's begin. So the grandkids just got home from school. It's gonna get a little loud, not too loud, but you know, they're excited to be home. So bear with me. Okay, we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is beautiful. It's a card of destiny. It talks about destiny. It talks about change coming. It's always good change, right? It's the wheels are turning. Sometimes it asks that you jump on that wheel. Sometimes it asks that you have a little patience for it. But with it coming out as your first card, just tells me that something is coming up in your life that's just part of your destiny. Doesn't mean you have to accept it. You can always say no. You have free will. But very seldom, well, I don't know, maybe never, do you really, well, I guess it depends where you're at. So let's keep going. Look at this. We have the Magician. So whatever change is coming, this is something that you requested. It's something that you have been working on to manifest. Doesn't always mean it's in this lifetime. Your higher self setting up this period in your life. We have the Chariot. And we have the Tower. I know they were in reverse, but we're not reading these cards in reverse. And plus, they were both. Anyway. You know, I feel like there's someone out there who's saying, I do want change in my life, but for this change to happen, there's something I need from the universe. You know, whether that be the Tower itself, right? Ending something for me that maybe I can't find a way to end. Whatever the reason is, but you're definitely, I guess not everyone, but there's some of you definitely wanting this Tower to come in. You know, here you are manifesting, but you want it because something must have shown up, or you have this feeling, this gut reaction to what can be. Okay. I'm going to use the Universal Tarot. is my least favorite deck to shuffle. You know, I like them. Well, I love how they read, don't get me wrong. But when it comes to shuffling, you know, they're thick. They're pretty thick. And when you get that many, at least for my hands. So, and plus, it seems to always ruin my fingernail polish. Which, come on. And it just did. Oh well. You know, I suggest if the reading is going to be long, try to stick to it to the end, because I feel like, I think I said this in the last reading, I feel like all the gold nuggets come towards the end. And, you know, it's like, it's the ultimate clarity. I don't know. Maybe I should just get to it. I just realized I don't have my glasses on, but I also don't see them, which is weird because I always know where my glasses are at. Alright, well, we'll see what happens. Look at this, guys. We have the wheel. So the wheel is coming under the wheel. Major change. This may be talking about two people, right? Two people getting on the same track, coming to the same meadow, you know, meeting at those crossroads, whether we know it or not. You know, I have the singular energy up here, but it doesn't mean, you know, then comes the Chariot, which is card of Cancer, by the way. And I'm just thinking, sometimes when I look at the Chariot, I automatically think divine masculine, divine feminine energy, plus other energy within that. But it's a balance. It's a beautiful balance. Many times I feel like it's within ourselves. Okay, well, let's keep going, and we'll figure it out. I have the Death card, card of Scorpio. I have the Eight of Cups. I have the Six of Pentacles. So, definitely looking for balance in your life that you don't have right now. Looking for a certain type of balance that doesn't seem to exist right now. A certain type of fairness. You know, I'm looking to someday get back what I'm willing to give. Some of you could be the opposite. Learning how to open so that I can give another love, whether now or later. We have the Eight of Wands, so we have change coming very quick. Now, this is also coming under the Tower, and both energies are unexpected energies, okay? I don't feel this Tower is working against you. I feel like it's working for you. It doesn't mean it's easy. It may have already happened, by the way. This may be the energy that you come to the table with. Okay, well, let's just get all our cards out. We have the Knight of Swords. We have the Five of Wands. Going to get the last three cards. I feel like some of you, you know, I don't know if I want to say you're chasing your dreams or you're chasing a dream. Again, it's the energy of this tower working for you, not against you. Again, it doesn't mean, and what does it bring in? What's it bringing in for you? It's bringing in a sense of fairness and balance. Remember, it sounds like the justice card, right? But justice card's not out here. But I am feeling that. I'm feeling an equal amount of what? Of, I don't know, maybe money. Maybe I'm about to, maybe I have to quit a job. And the reason I want to quit it is I either heard about another company paying, you know, I have to be honest, I feel like I'm talking to a woman right now because I feel like I'm not getting paid the same amount. I'm not getting equal pay. Not getting equal pay. Though you deserve it, right? You deserve it. Maybe you might deserve more pay than anyone in there. But I feel like either an opportunity has shown up or will show up, but what's it required? You have to leave a job. And maybe the only thing that bothers you right now is, you know, the money, as in fairness, right? Maybe you are treated as an equal, but it doesn't show in your paycheck. So what's the point? But that's hard to give up when you're comfortable. So, like, I'm comfortable with the people I work with. Them, you know, doesn't mean I'm excited about it. Okay. Anyway, so I feel like something shows up for you again, whether you seek this out or someone hears about you. You know, qualification. So, anyway, I feel like the opportunity comes to bring that balance for you, to give you that equality. But it requires, again, the letting go of something, or letting go of that job, your current job. I feel like there's also someone out there who was taking care of a parent, and I feel like the parent has passed. I don't feel like there's anything that's coming. I feel like it's already happened. Because I find you now, at least in thought, of movement, and I feel like I'm moving away from wherever it was I was caring for my parent. Maybe I moved into their home. I kind of feel like you were just taking care of one, which tells me the other one had probably already passed, or, you know, could be divorce, what have you. But I kind of feel like the other one already passed, because I have to be honest, in a way, you know, like, we never want to lose a parent, right? But yet, in a way, I'm comforted by knowing who is waiting for them. You know, so I have that sadness, right? But I also have this joy. And if you don't know that, now you do. Someone's waiting for them. Or someone met them. Anyway, so this puts you in the idea of movement. You know, it's almost like you need a little time to be cared for. You need a little pampering. Even though you know, I'm saying that and I feel like you feel that. But honestly, I feel like once this movement starts to happen, I feel like you're going to feel good within it right away. Right? So right now I'm thinking, oh, I just want someone to take care of me. Right? I want to be pampered. I don't want to have to think about anything. I'm exhausted, that type of thing. So, you know, in my head, I'm thinking wherever I'm going next, I'm just going to chill for quite a while. But then I get there, and these triggers, right? These meant to be triggers, because we are playing in Destiny right now, right? We're playing in Destiny's playground, so I just sit back and enjoy the ride. And these triggers seem to well, I kind of feel like they're just going to put you on destiny's path. So that's good. We'll take them. All right, we have the Ten of Swords. We have the Queen of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We also have Cancer up here. Cancer energy right there. So some of you are definitely dealing with Cancer, but we also have Scorpio right there. We have the Two of Pentacles. Okay. So just let me say real quick, if I have a decision I need to make, I need to make it quickly. I feel there's an, I don't want to scare you. I don't want to say like there's an urgency. Those are the words I'm feeling there. There's an urgency to make that decision. So, you're at a crossroads here, and maybe you're choosing between this destined path or your free will, right? I kind of want to go this way. So, you make the choice, right? You make the decision, but here these crossroads are presented to you. I'll try to help you with that in a minute. We have the Six of Wands. So we have the Five of Wands here, and now we have the Six of Wands. I like that. So, whatever conflict is being brought to us by the Five of Wands, the Six of Wands says that we get over that. Not only do we get over that, but those who were fighting with us about something, who couldn't see our perspective, they have a change of heart, right? So now they see what I'm talking about. They finally get it, that type of thing. It brings you to the energy of victory. But not just victory. This isn't like a quiet victory at home. This is people seeing that within you, okay? For those who have a job, this job opportunity is going to show up. You may make this grand gesture at the end, when you leave. I'm thinking of like a movie where you're working with a bunch of people, a bunch of desks, and you stand up and you're like, I quit. And people are like, yes, living through that moment with you. And doesn't seem to be anything wrong with it. So, I don't feel like I should be telling you, think about that. Just do whatever feels good. Do whatever feels good. There'll be a story that you will tell later, and it will be, I don't know. I don't want to talk you into it either. Okay, anyway. Six of Wands. We have the Four of Swords. I definitely feel some of you did lose someone, and I feel like you're in the you went through, well, I was going to say the mourning process, but I don't know if we ever stopped that, even, I don't know. Anyway, it just seems to be some conflict around this person's passing away. There seems to have been a little bit of conflict around that. It could certainly be financial. I like that you have the victory card down here, though. So you may be trying to show, like my family, the fairest way of doing something, of splitting the money, right? Like, let's do equal parts, something like that. But I feel like for some of you, if you're waiting for an inheritance, I feel like you're going to take this money and you're going to go. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more. What you say? I feel like you're going to be singing that song. Yeah, I do feel like you're going to take this and go. I also feel like there's someone recovering from gambling. I feel like you had a gambling problem, gambling addiction, and I feel like you're coming out of it. Like I feel like, and I feel like you've done this before. Like I've quit, but this time maybe you really meant it, right? Maybe you really meant it, because I feel like this time, the only thing I can relate it to for myself is something like, like I've had to take pain pills before and had to take them for an extended period of time, and then you stop them and it's like, holy shit, your body, I don't know, kind of reacts in a violent way. And, I'm sure that's the place where a lot of people are like, I'm not going to quit, give me more, that type of thing. I feel like for you, you are over that. And I'm not saying this lightly, but I feel like you will stop thinking about it. So it kind of fades out of your life. That doesn't mean that you can't have triggers. I want you to understand that. And you probably already know that. But I feel like this time, like the temptation, like that, temptation is so strong, right? It becomes less. Then I'm remembering here that you have the victory card. Listen, a lot of you have the victory over whatever it is you're healing. It is finally getting over it. Finally making movement, right? Finally, even if I'm still feeling a little wounded, I'm ready to move now. I'm ready to put action in. And listen, it's what you want. So whatever happens here, I already know it's something you want, at least on a subconscious level. Okay, let's get the rest of our cards out. Well, there is the wounded warrior right there. The wounded warrior. I was doing someone's reading, personal reading, and they had a master number 11. I've had a ton of them lately, I have to be honest. But for one of them, I looked something up, and I found, this was someone's opinion, but they seemed qualified. He said this was representative of the master number 11. I think I read that, or was it a comment? I don't know. You guys can let me know if you know. What I'm noticing right away, though, is this 10 going down to a 5. Now, that's a good thing. Even though it is the wounded warrior, this is the energy that that lightens by half. Let's put it that way. So, this is hard energy to take, the Ten of Swords. This is feeling like other people are just stabbing me in the back, left and right. Right? This is very tough communication. And I know that because what's beside it is the 5 of Wands. So, that is the energy of resistance, from all sides, so to speak. I feel like it's something about a truth. Something about a truth. Anyway, we go from the 10 to the 5. So we move out of that energy, right? Still just a little bit wounded, but we're moving. We're moving. The 5 of Pentacles also talks about just when you need it, your guardian angel shows up. Someone left a question under the comments and asked if your guardian angel could take on a physical form. I believe yes. What am I basing that on? Just what I know. What I know. But I feel in my heart it's an absolute yes. But I would love to hear other people's opinions on that. Definitely chime in. Yeah, anyway. And then we have the Hangman. So this is constricting energy. Constricting was not the word I wanted, but it came out. Conflicting. This is conflicting energy, right? One is movement and one is refusal. One is not ready. One you can't budge, right? How do you get this person to move? You got to knock them over. Good luck. Also, I want to show you this. So the Five of Pentacles is coming from the energy of the Four of Swords. This is about healing the brokenness of our heart, healing over that, inviting it in, first of all, right? Praying and receiving, allowing ourselves to receive this healing. And then part of, I feel like what some of you were asking for is the ability to get up and move out of this, right? So here you are, immediately. Ask and you shall receive. People wonder if prayers get answered. I have to tell you, a friend of mine, their furnace broke, and they certainly, the furnace got red tagged, and they certainly couldn't afford to buy a new furnace. And, I have to be honest, I'm not religious, I'm spiritual. Like, I don't go to church, not that I'm against church. If I found the right community, absolutely, I would welcome it, and I would love it. I just haven't found it, but I haven't been looking either, so. Anyway, my point is, it was just like the shock of it, right? Oh my God, all of a sudden I have to buy something and you have to have it. It's $4,000. And all I could say was, we just got to pray on it tonight. Let's just pray on it tonight. So we did. The next day, I get a call from him, and he's telling me that he talked to this company. Oh, he talked to the company about that, and they, he's on Social Security, so they ended up getting him a new furnace. Anyway, he got a brand new furnace, brand new, and much better, much more energy efficient. So, prayer answered quickly, and I knew it would get answered. I knew God wouldn't give this person more than they can handle, and that was more than they could handle. So God found a solution. That is the tower. I'm going to break your furnace. I'm going to get it red tagged. You're going to think it's the end of the world. Right? But the truth is, it needs to be red tagged because carbon monoxide, or whatever it is, dioxide, is coming out of it. It could injure you, right? You could breathe this in. You could die from it. So I have no choice but to red tag it because you're not going to do anything about it. Right? You're not going to do anything about it. So I, Source, am going to do it for you. It's going to hurt. But just for a minute. Just for a minute. It's showing how quickly the recovery of that comes in. 8 of Wands, just as quick as the Tower. But on the opposite end of the spectrum. How quickly it's answered. And now the movement. Somebody needed to hear that story. For those who didn't want to hear it, I apologize. But somebody needed to hear that. And honestly, for me to say to my friend, let's pray on it. I don't know if I've ever said those words. Let's pray on it together. Let's pray on it. I don't know if I've ever said that, but I said it. And immediately I knew it was the answer. I don't know. I just knew. Okay, one last card. I did not mean to take this many cards, but this is what wanted to come out for your reading. Look at this. We have the World card. So we open your reading with the Wheel. Right? Something of your destined path, your destined journey is opening up. I often look at it as like one of my seeds of intention, right? An experience that my soul wants to have, I'm about to enter, right? I ultimately have to make the decision whether I do or I don't. It's like Mission Impossible. Do you accept this mission? Right? So the wheel starts moving. You jump on. It moves you into your destined path. The world card is your last card. To me, the world card is the portal which you are now entering. It is a spiritual time, very spiritual time, in the best of ways. This is, this is when I enter the world card portal, if I am seeking spiritual information, I find it, and I understand it, I comprehend it. It doesn't go over my head. I get it. So I learn to live in it. It's part of my life now, right? When I'm looking at something, I have more than one perspective now. My spirituality is always part of it. So important, an important time period, even though, you're coming in a little wounded. Again, I see this hangman, and now it makes a little bit more sense to me because I feel like this is the decision. Do I take the hangman stance? Stay where I'm at. Doesn't mean I can't have movement later, right? But right now, do I feel ready? Some of you, it may be about leaving someone. They could be a water sign. I have the Queen of Cups above it. Right? Am I ready to leave this person? Maybe I have to give up half of everything I own, right? But what else are you gaining though? I don't know, but I feel like you want the movement. You're just not sure if you want it yet. Could have to do with the finances, things like that, but will it ever change? Is anything ever going to change, or will it just remain the same and you find yourself back here, asking the same question again? Should I or shouldn't I? A portal is opening up though. So, I'll leave that there. And look at this. Oh, that goes up there. I'm like, where did that come from? We have the King of Wands and we have the Ace of Swords. King of Wands could be you, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The sword is at his back. This tells me this king is either aware or about to be aware of some type of truth. Maybe it's a truth that he's been carrying around with him. That truth can get pretty heavy. Maybe it started as a knife and now it's a sword. Right? This truth grew. Maybe the truth is getting out of hand. Like what was the truth no longer feels like, well, no. It's like, it's like gossip. I tell someone one thing and by the time it gets to the third person, it's a completely different story. That type of thing. I definitely feel this is the energy of knowing a truth. But for some of you, it's just knowing the truth of you. Maybe it's connecting with your soul. Starting to realize, I'm not just this physical form. I'm moving into the portal of spirituality, so it's going to become evident, but it's maybe exactly what's pulling you towards this portal. Your own truth. This feeling that this feeling of who you are and what you're meant to do. Okay, wow, a lot of cards. The light is kind of dark. Well, not really for you guys. You know what? I don't have my glasses. I should get my glasses. Okay. Central issue is the Ten of Swords. Going right in the middle. Ten of Swords. What's this Ten of Swords trying to tell us? Number one, the energy of wanting to walk away from it. I want to leave it. It tells me, for some of you, it is of an emotional nature. But this is wanting more. Some of you, I want to be independent. I want this type of life. Definitely some of you, it's about a type of life. You know, I think you might fantasize about, for some of you, maybe like social work, charity, helping. I feel like in your mind you're saying, you know, I don't expect to make a lot of money doing what I want to do, but I'm okay with that. And I feel like someone is also saying, I don't know if it's all right to make money doing what I'm going to be doing. So I keep it, well, you know, I'll just ask for donations. That's how I do my readings. I'll, you know, hope that the donations come in to allow me to do that. Definitely, will they come in? So some of you, that is a little bit of a hindrance, like, can I do it, right? Can I financially do this? And, you know, I feel like the answer is yes, because you have the Chariot right above it. And I feel like that yes is to many different things. I'm seeing like 5 and 4 and 5 and 4, which is nines, right? Nines to me mean very close to an end of a journey. So this is the time in this journey where, if I can, I should take a second and just reflect back. Look at it, look to see what patterns were in there. What did I learn? Because you always want to claim the lesson, right? So it doesn't ever have to be repeated, like, okay, I get it. Yep, I see why that happened, that made that happen, that made that happen to put me right here today. And who knows what's going to happen next, right? But it's coming through the Magician and the Chariot's energy. So, and the world. Okay. With the Two Swords on the bottom of the deck, which is not surprising, right? That is also the question. That is, you know, that tells me it's okay to think about it, of course, right? Logically think about it, but it also tells me that a lot of this is within your intuition, right? That tells me there's a longing, there's a pull, you have a want. But do I have the right to go after it? Will I be successful? Will I fall on my face? That type of thing. And I don't want you to forget, I do feel like for a lot of you, when you exit the Ten of Swords energy, you're being put into the Five of Wands, or the Five of Pentacles. So the wounded superior. The wounded. What? What? The wounded warrior. That's so weird. What was I trying to say? The wounded warrior. And don't forget, in that energy, your guardian angel shows up, right? This is guidance. You know, when I say a guardian angel shows up, it may just be for a second. It may just to trigger you to go that way. It may be a librarian and the two of you get into a long discussion and she tells you about a trip that she took to Europe, and you've always wanted to go to Europe, and because of that conversation, you know what? I'm going to book a ticket. I'm going to go home and I'm going to book a ticket, right? So this sets you on a whole new path. So your guardian angel can be anyone. That's my belief. But, you know, I get that from my own guide, so it's above. I see above me. I don't know if I'm going to say my higher self. Let's put it that way. Okay. Let's keep moving. Let's bring out the Cosmic Tarot. I am going to get my glasses real quick. Excuse me. I hope they're in my purse. Where are my glasses? Okay. I really have no clue what I do with my glasses, which is just so strange for me. I'm not struggling to see the cards or anything. It's just, I always have them on when I read. So let's break this down, guys. Let's get a little deeper. And let's get some clarity. One more shuffle. Prince of Wands. No, I'm sorry, Prince of Cups and the King of Wands. All right, we're going to start at the beginning. We're going to look at these wheels. I have the Prince of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. When I see a prince or princess, page or knight, I find them to be either younger energy or energy of a time period, back in the day. So we'll see. This Prince of Swords, though, is connected to the wheel. So I feel like in some way they are there's movement forward. It's funny because this may be communication coming in from this person for some of you. We have the Strength card of Leo, and we have the Ten of Cups. I feel like this Prince of Swords, now, again, this may be of an earlier time. How I was feeling like someone may have somebody does have a gambling addiction. I feel like this Prince of Swords had his own issues. Something that, it could be drinking with all those cups there. It could be something that's hereditary. My father was an alcoholic. My his father's an alcoholic. I'm an alcoholic. That sort of thing, and wanting to end that, right? I certainly don't want the next generation to follow in our footsteps, right? But knowing that if I don't do anything, well, I followed in that footstep, right? And my father followed in that footstep. So anyway, so I'm wanting to cut that from the bloodline. I feel like for someone, this is about a father and a son. And I feel like it is your son who has now overcome something. And by the way, again, I kind of feel like whatever your son overcame, you also you carried that too, is the only way I can think to say it. You carried it too. And, I'm seeing two wheels here, so hopefully I'm seeing two people who are now sober. I kind of feel that way. And I know I'm saying drinking, and I know for someone that's exactly what it is. But nonetheless, I feel like I have a son who has changed for the better. I also feel like there is an Aries out there who is about to contact someone. I feel like you may be contacting them with an apology or something. And I feel like, why do I want to do this? A couple different reasons. Maybe this is just in thought right now. But I feel like I want to call and apologize for my part in something. Maybe the way I used to be. I used to be, maybe I drank so much and I was this way. But here I am now, nothing like that, right? The actions of what I did when I was drunk are nothing like the actions when I'm sober. But yet, so I need to apologize for that. For some of you, the apology may be coming to you. And I don't know, I kind of feel like there's a backstory with it. Like, don't leave out the story because there's something important about the journey. Maybe some of you turn around and you help others with their journey. I feel like someone also may have lost someone due to that, and it's the recovery of it. It's the... Listen, when we lose someone, they do not want us to sit here and cry. I know that for a fact. I've lost so many people, and then losing my son was just like, I don't know, you just can't compare it to anything, at least in my heart, but by the grace of God, I've been given this healing, I guess. But what's my point? My point is, even though we can't help but cry sometimes and be down sometimes, it's about understanding that, truly, they are still right there. They are truly still right there. You just can't physically see them. And when that heaviness starts to go away, you will see the signs. We talk about people who pass all the time in my readings, but why wouldn't we? Right? Because, for some of you, this is your guardian angel. This is who shows up as your guardian angel. It's like Source says, I don't want you to think I just left you, that I betrayed you. We just don't understand the bigger picture yet. But this is that person now coming in and helping you. Moving you where? To the next portal. And the World card is, to me, it's the last major arcana. It's the closest to God. Closest to heaven, let's say. And I know it's very, very difficult. But sometimes we have to remember the good times. And sometimes we have to, when we start thinking about the sad things, sometimes it's the end and how something happened and why didn't I do this and why didn't I say that and why wasn't I this way. Release yourself of all that burden. That doesn't go with them. Okay? Just release yourself of that burden. And know that everything, including them, is unconditional love. There is zero judgment. There is only pure love for you. And wanting you to take advantage of this life. Take advantage of it. See it maybe through their eyes. You know, don't not do something because you think they wouldn't approve. You want to use your whole free will for you. I don't know if that was the right way to say it. There are no restrictions on you, upon you. The only restrictions on you are the ones you put on yourself. Other than that, there are no restrictions. And Marley agrees with me. I swear, Marley's on every reading now. Okay, let's keep going. I can't take all these. It's way too many. Oh. There you just see the Two of Cups there. Look at that. Six of Swords. This is the energy of when I make the decision to put down my swords, my life gets better rapidly. When I ultimately make that decision to put the swords down, the burdens down, the things that I cannot control, I put them down. It opens me up to everything divine. And my life changes rapidly. It doesn't mean my whole life changes, but how could it not, right? Maybe it's slowly each part, I start with one avenue of my life. Maybe it's my finances. And as I improve that, well, then this improves because maybe my mood improves. So my household improves. You know what I mean? And then because I'm feeling good, I decide to exercise. And that just keeps me on this path. And all these little doors start opening up. Just know. I don't know. I was going to say just know that it was all meant to be, but I want you to understand these are things that you took the baby step in, and that's all you had to do was take the baby step, and then it's like dominoes, the domino effect. Everything else starts to open up. We're getting a little closer to the tower, so I'm curious what it's going to be. I mean, I already feel like I know, and I don't feel like it's one thing, that's for sure. Some of you, I know it's a job. You may have lost a job. You may have been fired from a job. Your boss may come up and said, the company has been sold. The company is closing. And holy shit. Do not lose faith, okay? Stay active. Don't lose hope. Something is coming, okay? Something is coming that sits better for you, works better for you. So, some of you, the tower is someone you lost. We have the Prince of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, sitting right over. It's almost like double Mercury energy. I have Judgment. What's Judgment? Come on, Judgment's about a rebirth, right? Judgment is also about something new because something ends, okay? Judgment is, to me, the call from the universe, the call, maybe it's, the awakening, right? The awakening. Some of you, it may be the call before the tower falls, right? Giving you the ability to get out of that energy before the tower actually falls. Interesting. It is. For some of you, it is. That's exactly what it is. Pay attention to the signs. I feel like it would be a big sign, though. I almost feel like it'd be something a little out of your control. So maybe that's when this other opportunity shows up. You know, what do I do? What do I do? Right? Two of Swords. What do I do? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, because I'm thinking about it so much. You know, this is an instinctive call. An instinctive call. Give them the signs. Follow the signs. Because I feel like for some of you, it is you don't need to be around for this Tower. I have Temperance, card of Sagittarius, Ten of Wands. So, having patience while this Ten of Wands comes to an end, right? Just the Ten of Wands is the energy of, she's looking right at the Ten of Wands. Like, I understand you've been carrying this burden around, right? This has been, things have been, you know, put on your shoulders unfairly. And change is coming, right? But Temperance is about, thank you for being patient, right? Thank you for being patient. You know, it's almost like that prayer answered, and it happens quickly. So change is quick. So one thing I can say, change is quick. All this change is good, but it happens quickly. And by the way, you know, most of the change is taking you out of the Ten of Wands and out of the Ten of Swords. I mean, kind of beautiful. Okay, here is the King of Cups. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. And look at that. Here's the Five of Pentacles. So with the Five of Pentacles again, I'm really looking at this energy up here. I know I got it completely covered now. I know what's under it. Beautiful. You know, look at this again. We go from the 10 to the 5. The 10 to the 5. Both times, both things that we're letting go of, we're you know, we're not, you know, I don't want to say that like, bam, all the heaviness is just gone. No, this is something that fades, but it fades quickly. And both energies about guardian angel being put in place for you. And it's funny I'm saying guardian angel in particular, because, you know, it's soul family members, but also guardian angel. And I feel like it's someone who took the place, you know, who's now the guardian angel. Anyway. This King and Queen of Cups, they seem to be together. And I feel like for someone, it's about leaving this other party. The other, you know, whether it's a king leaving the queen or the queen leaving the king. And I kind of feel like that is still in the thought process, but it is, I do feel like something you want. It is something you want to do. It is still in the thought process. Maybe it's in the planning stages of, okay, like realistically, what can I plan ahead? You may be bringing the tower down on them. But yet again, I get that energy of, again, Temper saying, for some of you, you know, you're getting out of there before the tower comes down. Okay, let's keep going. I got to keep it rather neat with all these cards, or my Virgo mind will get scrambled. Like, everybody in order. They're like, fuck you, put us in order. Okay, let's keep going. Guys, I'm just going to take cards on random cards because I'm reading this as the whole reading. You know, like I'm looking at the flow of it, but all the cards are talking together. So, do I really want to look at that Ten of Swords? Because I feel like I already had the answer, but you know what? We'll take one or two. It is the central card. Actually, what I want to do is I'm going to look at the Ten of Swords, but I want to look at it paired with the Eight of Cups. Because again, it is the energy of, you know, either way I look at it, you're leaving that Ten of Swords. Either way. So I kind of want to see the direction that you're thinking. We have the Two of Pentacles. Okay, still thinking about it. Thinking about what's the best way to do it. You're wondering, can I handle it? And the answer is yes, you can handle it. We have the Queen of Wands, again, Aries. Another, you know, Aries, or Leo, Sagittarius. We've had Leo out in its major arcana, and we've had Sagittarius out in its major arcana. So we know they're part of it. All right, what am I looking at? Okay, so am I going towards this Queen of Wands? I have the Death card, but I have to tell you, it flipped itself over. In, you know, not only did it turn around this way, it also turned around this way. Very neatly it did it. So we're keeping it that way. I feel like this Queen of Wands is giving someone like the green light. Almost like she's the one giving an invitation. It doesn't have to be a she, and it doesn't have to be fire. This is someone, how would I describe them? What is going on with my cards? I must have shuffled them different. What was I saying? You know, here's a Death card in reverse against the Tower, and to me, again, it's escaping the Tower. I'm escaping the Tower. Something seems to be coming to me fair and just. I feel like I gotta use those words, fair and just. We have the Queen of Wands. Queen of Swords. Geez, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Look at this. We have the Chariot. And we have the Ace of Swords again. So, we have the Tower energy in this corner, right? Some of us, yeah, we're going to feel that Tower. But it tells us the recovery is so quick, which means the benefit comes so quickly, right? It is truly quick. And why? Because something is opening up to you that if whatever the Tower has to take away, it will make sense. And I don't mean that as a person who's passed. I don't mean that. I just mean, you know, if it's a job, if it's a relationship, it's almost like whatever is taken away is replaced tenfold. And here it is, Chariot, again with the Ace of Swords. Some of you may be hearing from a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or a Cancer. Some of you may step up and make the decision to actually call this person. See how they are. I feel like that's my opening line. Just calling to see how you are, see how you're doing. Just thinking about you. Just thought I'd, what the heck, I'm going to give them a call. Who could it hurt? Then maybe they're lying to you. But of course, I feel like there's more, but it's a good way to open it. I'm going to keep that out for a second. I want to keep moving. You know, and if you're wondering, like, is that for me? Is that for me? Well, let me explain the energy that it came from. All right, that so what I mean by that is the steps before that to get to here. It started with, well, number one, it started with leaving the Ten of Swords energy, leaving it behind. If it's me giving that Ten of Swords, I'm no longer doing that, right? If it's a person and I can't take it anymore, if it's a job, whatever it is, it's me not taking it anymore, right? And then movement forward, movement out of it. Now, to truly move out of this Eight of Cups, because it is moving towards the Chariot. Chariot is all about emotional balance. The Chariot, you know, it could show up, but it's not going to give you the keys, right? The Chariot could come up, but the horses won't be there until you have a certain type of balance, not perfection, just a certain type of balance. You know, and what do I think that is a lot of times? I feel like that type of balance is just a quick understanding of where I have been and why I have been there. And I feel like when I have that recollection, the Chariot, the horses show up, and then I can be on my way. I feel like it's saying, you know, don't resist change. Don't resist change in your life. Don't resist the Chariot. Sometimes if it looks good, it's not too good to be true. Sometimes it's just good. Look at that. We have the sun. Beautiful. You know, this is illumination of one's path. Doesn't mean Spirit comes in and says, Sandy, tomorrow I want you to make a phone call here, and then I want you to clean your house, and I want you to do a reading at 4, and, you know, it's not like that. But the signs are there, right? It's trusting that guidance, trusting, you know, trusting your higher self, who I feel like already has the answers, right? But it's not about giving us the answers. It's about us seeking so we can learn. And then we find the answer for ourselves, right? We meet up to it. Anyway, card of Leo. This is a card about feeling good. This tells you the changes that you make, right? The things that I let go are only going to benefit you. This is about being able to feel like that kid again, not taking everything so serious, finding the humor instead of anger, right? I'm imagining that you, all of a sudden, you know, you get this longer table in the back of your house, almost like you're outside, and maybe it's on your patio or in your yard. Kind of feels like a patio in the yard. But you have this table, and you have like these, I don't know, tea lights. I don't know what I call them, hanging. But I feel like you start inviting friends over and having dinners like that, you know, a glass of wine, and it feels just nice. It feels nice. So some of you are moving towards that type of energy. It's you being you. It's you being your authentic self. And everyone benefits from that, including you. All right, I want to jump down to this Five of Pentacles now. Since it came out here, I want to match it on this end. Look at that, Two of Swords again. All right, I have the Five of Cups. I have the Devil, card of Capricorn. And I have the Two of Swords. I feel like if someone has a Capricorn on their mind, And I feel like this is what's going up here. You're wondering, should you call them? I definitely feel like you're wondering, you know, here's what I feel like. I feel like I'm in a previous relationship, and I don't feel like this relationship is good, and I don't feel like it's been good for a long time. Matter of fact, I don't even think I'd call us lovers. You know, we're probably just roommates at this point. And I feel like someone's been thinking about someone else from the past. You know, and I had that energy up here too. You know, but thinking about someone from my past. And by the way, I have two wheels here. And that kind of makes me feel like, almost like, if this is about love, but it's not just love, but even jobs, whatever it is, it's about everybody being put in place, not just you. Like all the actors take, you know, here we go, everybody, get ready. Anyway, so you've been thinking about this person, and I feel like you've been thinking about them for a long time. But I feel like now you're wondering, should you make movement towards them? Maybe some of you, it's about moving back home. I get that a lot. Maybe because the holidays are coming up, it's like more and more people thinking about something like that, right? Wanting the comfort. I remember the comfort of it. Old friends, someone, maybe you are moving back home. I don't know why I keep saying maybe. Moving back home, and that is the scenario where the table and the friends and, I don't know, a lover, maybe. We'll see. I don't know if that's important right now. Because I feel you're so happy in that type of setting. And I do feel like it's something you've been wanting. It's just something you've been wanting, you know, something else you fantasize about. And then some of you, it is about another person, right, from the past. And it may not have ended well. And I don't know if you even have clarity on that, but maybe that's what you're beginning to seek out. I do kind of feel like it's the beginning of it. You know, I'm beginning, I'm going to make an effort to at least seek something out. Maybe just see where they're at, see if they still live where they were, that type of thing. And by the way, you know, all this energy is moving towards your next portal. It's all moving towards your spiritual portal. Let's call it that. This is a time of happiness. So I have no doubt wherever you're moving into, it's right for you. I have no doubt about that. So is this, you know, this urge to now find them, reach out, that type of thing. I feel like I'm just at the beginning stage out. You know, is that meant to be? Kind of feels like it because it's in the energy of the wheel. A little trigger, right? I get a little courage all of a sudden, like, whoa, where'd that come from? This could be them to you. Could be both of you at the same time. These wheels are putting the right people in the right place. Okay, so we have that. I want to look at the Hangman then. Could be another person that's tied to that Queen of Cups. Well, hello, Emperor. The Emperor has entered the building. There's the Prince of Wands. So look at this younger energy, right? And the Eight of Cups. So, the Eight of Cups up here too. We have the Emperor tied to, you know, I was going to say tied to the Ten of Swords, but in a way I don't want to tie him to this Ten of Swords. And maybe what I'm going to find is this other person that I'm wondering about. I feel like I'm going to find you definitely was with this person before. I can feel that. Like I can feel it now. And they are in their own Eight of Cups. So they are in their own energy of needing to figure out, why are these cups spilt? Who knocked these cups over? How did they get knocked over, right? I need, it's like those nines. This person's taking a moment, reflecting upon. Why? Because they're also attached to the energy of the world. So, it is two people just being put in place. So I feel like this person you may find it could still be in a relationship. I think what you're going to find more than anything is, if they are in a relationship, I feel like we are at the very end and they're in the mode of, should I leave? More, they want to. Okay, so I desire to leave, but something holds me in place. It could be a child. But nonetheless, I feel like they will leave. This could be you, and someone else is going to find this out about you, right? Or, I just want to say one more thing. I feel like the same scenario, but it could have already happened. So you may discover as somebody reaches out, that you both had left the energy of the Ten of Swords, right? Maybe even you eventually talk about how you started to feel guided. That could put all the pieces in place for both of you. What does that do? It helps relieve doubt. Is this the right person? Should I do this? When you can put the pieces together, you see how you arrived exactly where you're at. So then you can remove the doubt, right? Remove the doubt. Okay. I am going to look at the World card, and then we're going to wrap it up. I feel like I learned a few things from this reading. Hello, lover. Hello, lover. It's a Lovers with the Four of Swords attached. This is healing for these lovers. Healing over these lovers, right? This is praying. And I have to go back and remind you how quickly my friend's prayer, our prayer, got answered the next day. Did I expect it the next day? Well, I did not expect it. Right? I did not. Does that make sense? I did not expect it. I left it open. I feel like it's the same thing, because look at this. It's coming out on the World card. We already know what this is. This is your portal. This is a time when you're walking with your spirit. This is a soul connection within the lovers. Some call it a twin flame. Card of Gemini, by the way. The meaning of the card is a head over heart decision, but this isn't about a decision here. This is just, they're there. Not about a decision. They're coming over the energy of the world. So they're through the portal. It's almost like, I wish I could put it behind, you could see through it. It's like through the portal. Also tells you why these people, we go back to where Temperance has said, talks about patience. Patience while things come together. For your highest good, right? Give the time to allow things to come together. Well, it's not always just about us. It's about two people coming together. Now I know why we had the wheel and the will. It's their will and their will, but kind of attached. It's a beautiful energy. I don't even know that this is attached to anyone of the past. I want to say it's almost like an open energy of, it's just telling me, as I leave this energy and allow myself to move into the portal. And I keep wanting to say of my spirituality, but it's the balance, right? But it's a knowing. It's a trusting. It's a time when my intuition is on fire, and I trust in it. It's appreciating the healing, and later knowing why I went through this healing. And them also. It's almost like I don't need to ask any questions. It just is. It just is. And I think that's where I'm going to leave it. If don't need to ask any more questions, it just is. What a beautiful healing over this. Healing as a couple and healing individually. You know, if we have this connection, say I'm a twin here, a twin flame, this is the healing over these twins. Right? And with that healing comes an understanding, though. It's a higher vibration. As I heal, what's the word? I evolve. I evolve. So does the rest of the world. I feel like for many of you, this is a seed of intention planted maybe many lifetimes ago. You know, I just did a twin flame reading, and I was very pulled to do a past life. I was pulled back to the 1800s. For some of you, this may be a reflection, because this is the very next reading after that. It could be the reflection of that lifetime moving into this lifetime, and then having enough awareness when it's time, when I can handle it. It's like when you can handle the truth, you'll get the truth. You can't handle the truth, but you're getting there. So there may be a connection there too. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you, as always, for allowing me to do this reading. You know, how can I not get addicted to these readings? I don't like to say that word. I don't like to say addicted and then tarot together. I'm not addicted by any means, but I enjoy the story factor of it. It just keeps my mind, I don't know. I mean, to me, it's like I just got done reading the book of Aries. And I really enjoy it. So thank you. Thank you for the privilege of reading for you. Thank you for your donations. I know I've been talking about donations a lot, but this is a tough time. Not tough as in, ugh, but, you know, trying to make everything happen at one time and keep time to do these readings. That helps tremendously. So thank you. Thank you for subscribing. For anyone who's new, I truly appreciate it. I hope you found your message here. I hope you find your place here within our family. And thank you for sharing these outward, and thank you for commenting. As you know, I read your comments, and many times your comments will come up in a future reading. So, yeah, you know, leave those comments, and, you know, it just helps us to really get to know each other. So anyway, I love you guys so much. You have a wonderful holiday. We got Thanksgiving, and, well, we have a ton of holidays. Oh my gosh, there's so much I have to do. You know, and there is so much I have to do. So when I'm able to just sit down and do a reading, it calms me. So thank you for allowing me to do that. All right, my loves. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.